What is up, everybody? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is Sunday afternoon, somewhere around 7 p.m. And it's a hot one. Tired. Not sure of the date. Not real sure of the time. I just know it's Sunday, sometime around 7. Sorry about that, guys. Just got done eating dinner. That Coke right there came with my supper. We had Diabolos for supper. I don't know if you guys know about Diabolos. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. But I have a new tripod. It's actually not mine, it's my daughter's. She informed me I was fixing to go out and buy one, and she's like, "Dad, I have one you can borrow." And I don't know if she knows this or not, but she just gave this tripod up for a good little while. At least until I get the notion to go buy one. But I know I told you guys I was gonna get some footage today. I do apologize. It's been a crazy week, man. You know, we had that drought 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, however long it was. 100 degrees plus every day. No rain for like 3 weeks straight, maybe a month. All the lawns are crispy. People were still wanting me to cut. Fine with me. All of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, the bottom dropped out and it never looked back. And it rained every day during the week. So the lawns that I had scheduled during the week had to be done this weekend. And finished up my last one today, which is not a paying customer. It is my mom. But I still consider her as part of the schedule because she's mama, you know. Gotta look out for mama. But we're tired. But anyway, I really wanted to get some footage with the grass catcher. I know I showed you guys of how it did when I first bought it. And I think I might have told y'all that I was having a problem with all the grass clippings and leaves were coming out of the hose because the holes were just really long, way too big. So what I did is I went and bought some duct tape and I cut the holes in half with the duct tape. And really didn't take that long, took about 2 or 3 minutes. I just put, because there's so many holes going up and down the thing, I just put 2 or 3 strips on each flat surface, and I put 2 or 3 strips on the door in the back of it to keep stuff from coming out. And it worked to a T. And you know, don't get me wrong, you've still got a few grass clippings flying out of there, but nothing to sneeze at. And you know, you're gonna have grass clippings fly out, even if, you know, if you guys use a bagger with your push mowers or whatever, it's the same way. You're gonna have a little bit come out, but it's not noticeable, and especially if you use a mulching blades. But I did find some blades for this mower. I found out that I had to use the same blades as the ones on the 61-inch Spartan. And the only thing is that it came in a pack of 3 instead of a pack of 2. And mine being a 42-inch, it only takes 2 blades. So I went ahead and bought 3 Gator Blades for the Spartan, and I put them on there Thursday night. And used the grass catcher all day Saturday. And man, oh man, this thing got some stuff done. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I still have a few yards that I have to push mow just because of the gates. You know, it is what it is on that. And I will address that. I'm hoping by the time next season comes around, I will either have a 36 or a 32-inch walk behind or stander. I will make that decision when the time comes. I've got to measure some gates, pull a string or pull a tape on them, get the correct measurements, and then see what I can come up with. But I definitely want to try to do something about that before next season, because I don't necessarily want to scrap the idea of mowing, because I do believe you need to have a push mower on the truck. But I want to try to get away from mowing entire backyards and entire front yards. So I do have one customer that they want their entire yard mowed. And I understand why. It's because their yard gets real soggy and they water their yard a lot. And they have a weed and fert program going on. They have the guy came out and dethatched and aerated their yard. They have a very nice lawn, and they don't want to take no chances of ruts getting in their yard. And I haven't made up my mind about what I'm gonna do about that yard, because it takes me about an hour and a half to mow that yard. It's not a small yard, and it's probably about a third of an acre, and it's a bi-weekly account. And you guys know how it is when you have a weed and fert program going on. You really need to be a bi-weekly because the grass is so thick. But so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that next year. I have thought about it, and I've got some options on the table. But I know my prices are gonna go up across the board next year, because there are some things I'm gonna do differently, and I'm gonna offset for tax reasons. But yeah, all in all, things are going well. You know, I have this tripod. We didn't have time because we had to play catch up from the week. We had to squeeze everything into 1.5, 2 days. And so we really didn't have time to get any footage, and I didn't realize that we had a tripod in the house until my daughter told me last night. And we were done with all our yards by then. So I will do my best to get y'all some footage this week, as long as it's not raining. But business is going well. You know, I've already exceeded my expectations. I think I told y'all in the very beginning video I done, you know, I was hoping to get 20 or 30 loans this coming up year, and but I really didn't expect to get no more than about 10, maybe 15. That was my expectations. And right now I'm currently at 18. I thought I had 20 or maybe more, but I counted them all up earlier today, and I have 18. That was my daughter. She opened the door. I'm out in my garage. But I have 18 loans, and each of them are paying differently. You know, each loan is, I don't have any loans that are priced the same. I have people call me all the time and ask me how much I charge, and I just simply tell them, like, look, I don't know how much I'm gonna charge until I physically walk around your yard. I mean, it could be anything, you know, whether you're on a slope or whether there's obstacles, whether or not I can get my mower in your gate, whether or not you need to be bagged, so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that factor into pricing, and everybody around here that is used to having lawn care understands that, but people that are not used to having lawn care, they don't understand that. And but they seem to not have a problem with paying the price that I give them. I've only had maybe 2 customers turn me down because of my prices. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I never thought that people would pay this kind of money to cut grass. And I know some of you guys out there are probably making $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 a year doing this. I know a lot of you are making over 100, and I thought that was just crazy. You know, I never really believed it until I got into this business, seeing that people aren't scared to pay as long as you do a good job. And but I gotta say, man, this I'm extremely happy with the grass catcher so far. The only problem I have with it is I already had my trailer loaded up and ready to go before I got the grass catcher, and or not before I got it, before I loaded the grass catcher on there, because I'm just not used to loading it. And that was the last thing I put on or threw in the truck before I took off to my first yard. And the way I always do it, I always put my hedge trimmer in the back of my truck, and everything else as far as cutting grass goes on my trailer, because to be honest with you, I have people that I will not trim hedges for. I tell them that I don't trim hedges, and I don't want them to know that I even have a hedge trimmer on the truck, so I keep it in the back of my truck where they can't see it. And I should have had my grass catcher sitting on the trailer but I had it in the back of my truck not thinking, and it rolled around and rolled over on top of my hedge trimmer. Didn't damage the hedge trimmer, but it did put a very sizable dent in the grass catcher itself, and it made it to where the door will not open and close now without using force. And no fault of the grass catcher. You know, the grass catcher does a phenomenal job. It's just a little deformed now, but it still does the job that it's supposed to do. And it's still very usable. I just have to use a little force. And I might take an angle grinder and just grind a little bit off of one of the edges so I can squeeze it in there. But other than that, man, I am extremely happy with this thing. It cut my time. It probably cut a quarter of my time off of my day Friday, and because we had some yards that the whole thing had to be bagged, and the only way I could bag was with a push mower. And this thing is a game changer. I could go back to using my zero turn, and I can get some hours in on this thing. But that, and I did mow some grass without it with the new Gator Blades, or it's the Ballard Ripper Blades. And I'm impressed with Ballard Blades. They got the blades to me by the time they said they would. They wasn't supposed to be here till Friday. They got here Thursday, and threw them on there, and they did a phenomenal job. These things were razor sharp, straight out of the box. I didn't have to touch them, and they did a phenomenal job. And I plan on keeping these things sharp, and I plan on buying another set. And I'm probably going to buy a set of each one. They have the Ripper, Razor, and High Rise, which is a high lift. And I will probably stick, as of right now, I will probably stick with Ballard Blades, because its first impression was just amazing. And they cut better than any blade I've ever used on any lawnmower. And you know, I haven't cut grass in this industry that long, but I've been doing it on my personal properties for a long time, and these things, they just cut right through it like hot butter, man. And these mulching blades, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They cut them, I mean, they pulverize grass blades. I'm thinking about buying the X-Blade kit just to chop them up a little bit finer, but truthfully, with the Ripper blades, you don't need it. And but I'm thinking about doing it anyway when it comes time for leaf cleanups, just because I think it would help me out a little bit better, make me more efficient. But all in all, man, it's been a good weekend. I've been blessed. You know, I picked up 2 customers this week, picked up 2 last week, and I have found, you know, I don't know how most of you guys do your advertising. I know some people have mentioned putting flyers in the mail, and I don't want to go that route because it's kind of expensive, and here in this area people don't really go by that. And I'm not wanting to spend any money to put letters on my truck or trailer yet. And so what I've been relying on is business cards, word of mouth, and my Facebook page. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I found out a little secret on my Facebook page. If you wait till about 8 o'clock Sunday evening to share your Facebook, like just find your favorite picture on your Facebook page for your business if you have one. Take the best looking lawn that you have and put some sort of wording on there, whatever it may be, to promote your business, and explain yourself, whether you're a husband and wife team, or it's you and your son, or you and your daughter, or if you're just a man trying to live out a dream or whatever. And put your prices on there, put your minimum prices on there. And I have noticed I've gotten 6 calls a week since I've done this, and out of those 6 calls, I've done it for 3 weeks now, and out of those 6 calls, I've picked up 2 customers every week. So I'm picking up about 2 customers a week right now, and you know, all I can say is God is good, man. I didn't expect this business to take off, and I know you probably think 18 customers, really? You're excited about that? Look, when you're self-made, you're starting from the ground, and 6 months ago you didn't even have a mower, and now you've got 18 customers that you mowed on a regular basis. Yeah, that's something to be excited about. And I expect next year to be no different. I expect it to be better because I'm actually going to sink a little more money into advertising. Or I'm going to try to, that's the plan. You know, God will be the ultimate judge of that. But I'm just going to leave it in His hands, you know, and keep trusting Him. But sorry I couldn't get you guys any footage. We were really backed up this weekend, and I plan on getting you some this week. I have a couple of lawns lined up. As long as the rain cooperates, I plan on getting it done, and hopefully one day next weekend I can show off this grass catcher over here. It's actually hooked up to my mower right now, and man, I'm excited. I really am. After the job this thing did, and I used it on my mom's yard today, and I actually gave out some business cards today to her neighbors. She lives in a very high-end gated golf course community, and with a country club and all that good stuff. And she has 3 neighbors that actually fired their lawn care provider because I don't know what happened, but these guys are doing an amazing job. But around this area, in this part of the state, people around here believe in buying American and doing things the right way. And it's no secret, there's a lot of lawn care providers and construction workers out there that are illegal immigrants. And look, I've got my opinions on that. I'm not going to share it on here because I don't think this is the place. But the bottom line is there is a lot of people out there that matters. And so if you're one of those, I highly suggest doing things the right way. That way you can be living the actual American dream and continue living the American dream. But you know, if you're going about things illegally, that's between you and the man upstairs. I have nothing to do with that. I have my opinions, but you know what they say about opinions, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So, but these people, they found out they're lawn care providers. It was one guy. His name was Mauricio. I don't know his last name. I don't know the name of his company, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to put the man out there. And they found out that him and all of his guys were illegal immigrants, and they fired him on the spot. The time they found out about it, they called him right then and fired him. And you know, I cut my mom's grass every week or every other week, whenever I can get over there. And they asked her about me, and I dropped cards off at their house today, their houses today, because they wasn't there, and I actually left some cards with her to pass out, because evidently there's a lot more people in that neighborhood that need lawn care, and this could be a door that's being opened for me. And these people are very meticulous about their yard, very particular. And it's a very, very high-end properties. Most of the people that live here are retired. They're huge golf fans, and they have more money than they can spend. But so this could be a blessing, and it could be a curse. You never know. But did that, took care of that, and it's supposed to rain a few days this week. I have planned accordingly. And I've already touched base with some of my customers. Some of them are in church right now. I can't get a hold of them. And I'm expecting phone calls from them. But I did clean out my garage. I'm getting rid of some things. Just things that I'm giving away free to Good Home. And I plan on building a shop table in here. I'm going to get a bench vise installed on it. And I haven't made up, well, I'm going to have a bench grinder, but I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to go with the blade assist for the bench grinder, or if I'm just going to, you know, break down and spend the money out of my pocket and buy the RBG 712. And haven't made up my mind, but there's some other tools that I'm wanting to buy too. And I'm actually wanting to turn my garage into a little miniature outdoor equipment shop, and try to cut out the middleman, save money where I can, you know. But I already sharpened my own blades, changed my own blades, belts, and change oil and all that good stuff, and scrape my own decks, you know, your typical stuff that most people do on their own. I already do that, but I'm wanting to get to the point where I can do everything on my own. I am mechanically inclined. I have a blue collar background, you know, just the way I was raised. I'd rather do things on my own because I trust myself more than I do another man, and plus it does save money. And I'm a firm believer in shopping local and helping businesses out, and I still plan on doing that. But I'm not at a point in this business where I am willing to do that yet. So before I spread the love, I'm going to try to set this thing up to where I can do everything I need to do right here in my house. But anyway, I've rambled on enough about a whole bunch of nothing. So I'm going to hop off here, and I will get back with y'all soon with some footage, hopefully, this week, to show you what I do and how I do it. And that way you guys can give me some tips and pointers on what I am and ain't doing wrong. And because I'm sure there's a lot of you out here that's been doing this a lot longer than me. And like I say, I'm always open to suggestions. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off here, get ready to get to my full-time job tomorrow. And I hope you guys have an amazing, blessed week, very prosperous week. And I hope y'all stay dry, stay frosty, and keep that powder dry. But until the next weekend, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. I'll let y'all. Bye.